Your house is currently being broken into. What is your first instincts? Do you go to lock all the doors and windows? Do you hide? Or do you grab yourself a weapon? What household items can be turned into weapons? In this video, I will be telling you about silly weapon ideas that could save your life. I'm not a professional, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Let's say someone is breaking into your house, right? A knife or a gun, of course, are going to be your best defensive items. Gun, which is the best ranged weapon, is going to take down any intruder. Depending on what gun you have, some will be more effective than others, and some might cause more property damage when you're done. A knife, on the other hand, is better at close combat encounters. Not as good as a gun, but still an A-tier option. Another good tip is turning off all the lights, because you know your house layout better than the intruder would, so you would have the upper hand in a sneak attack if you ever get to that point. But those are just the obvious weapons. What if you need something else to defend yourself with? If you hear someone breaking in, a very good ranged weapon would be boiling water. Let's say you are about to make spaghetti and you have a pot of boiling water. You can splash the boiling water onto the intruder, effectively immobilizing the culprit. Bonus points if you hit them in the face with the water, because they won't be able to see anything at that point. Boiling water isn't always going to be the best option though, because it takes a while to boil the water and you might not have enough time to do so when someone's breaking in. But it's definitely the most effective other than a gun in my opinion. Using the pot itself can be a decent weapon as well. If it's heavy enough, you can definitely bash in someone's skull. You can also use it as a makeshift ranged weapon. Another decent weapon you can use is if you have a lighter. Not everyone has a lighter, but if you do, comboing the lighter with a spray canister like deodorant or Febreze, something like that, anything flammable, you can turn it into a mini flamethrower. It's not a very good defensive item, but you can use it as a very good scare tactic. It's more for intimidation stats because of how low the range is. If you have a big dog, you can also send out the big dog to cause some damage, but most of the time it's not really a good idea because the guy could have a knife or something and hurt your dog. But if you know they don't have a weapon, the dog can make them run. Using different items around the house can also be effective. Chairs, spoons, forks, ceramic figurines, anything you have that can put distance between you and the attacker will always be better than fighting with nothing. Even a shirt would be better than fighting with nothing. For example, a bag of frozen vegetables will also do some damage, so keep that in mind. You can also use the old reliable, the sock full of coins. That's pretty much a mini baseball bat at that point, and will definitely crack open skulls. And finally, the last weapon that I will be talking about is the Ford F-150. This will stop any intruders. And that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I had no idea what to post today, so I made this, I know, very random. Like and subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated. And thank you for being with me here today. Bye. I don't know what to do. Last but not least, here's the drawing request. Jason Voorhees from Swag Sponge. Thank you very much for the request. If anyone else has any other drawing requests, let me know and I'll draw it to my best abilities. Next time I'm gonna do it on paper though. But thanks for watching, fellas. Goodbye.